All right, thank you so much, Dan. And Trump's threats to blow up every bridge and power plant in Iran were sparking a lot of questions over whether it would constitute as a war crime.
Our Danielle Kreuter joins us now. And Danielle, it sounds like any military moves are on pause, at least for now. But you spoke to a political science professor about the consequences the threat of annihilation could have.
Yeah, and it really comes down to a specific part of the Geneva Convention that says you cannot take out civilian infrastructure. This afternoon, I spoke with CU Associate Professor of Political Science, Peter Harris. He says it is possible that some may argue that civilian infrastructure is being used as part of an enemy state's war effort. He says one thing is absolutely clear: the current regime in Iran has been terrible to the people of Iran. However, to hear a sitting president say they want to wipe out an entire civilization was unprecedented. He says that is what would have been considered a war crime if it was carried out. It would have been seen as a targeted attack on civilians.
We have international judicial institutions like the International Criminal Court, but the US is not a part of that, and we don't allow it jurisdiction over US citizens. I think it would come down to the Congress. I mean, the Congress would have to impeach President Trump for a third time, and it would have to convict. And then there may be the chance for criminal proceedings beyond that. I'm not entirely clear on what that process would look like.
He also said it's important to notice that so far the current regime in Iran hasn't really budged much, and maybe in a situation where they have nothing to lose, he suggests that United States be mindful of that if there are any future plans to escalate, because there's no guarantee that that would cause the regime to change, and it may cost innocent lives.
Yeah, big question. Does the end justify the means? Danielle, thank you.